Willie D Live.
You're not going to believe this, family. Well, maybe you will. We got a black man who was arrested for wearing a mask in public for his job. So now you can add wearing a mask to the long list of activities that a black person can get arrested for while being black. Yeah, fam. This is cold-blooded. We got Virginia cops who arrested a black man on felony charges for wearing a mask in public for his job. The Norfolk police officers claim they were enforcing a state law prohibiting the wearing a mask in public when they arrested Jorge Diaz Jr, who was returning home from his job at a home improvement company when he was aggressively arrested at his apartment complex by 3 cops on January 22nd. We get into the details as we go, but check this out, fam. You ain't gonna believe this. Well, maybe you will. Maybe you will.
That's it. Because what does my mask have to do with anything?
Wow.
Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. I know my rights, bro, and I do not. I didn't do anything. What are you stopping me for? Because I have my mask and I saw you. Get off of me, please. Please. I'm still on the fuck at work. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
It's for nothing. He literally just got out his work truck. You work with him?
What are you doing? My co-worker's still in the truck and he's
right here. His co-worker is right here.
Oh my God.
They are arresting him because he had a mask, his thing over his face. And he just got off of work.
You're making it worse, bro. I didn't even do nothing, bro. Get off of me.
Don't resist. What? Don't resist, but they are wrong. Y'all are wrong.
Y'all are wrong.
He just got off of work. And he had a mask over his face.
Nothing.
He just got out of his work truck.
Get up, because I won't give him my fucking ID.
And he just got off of work. He works for Paramount Buildings where he's been. This is crazy.
I noticed you guys do the same job.
So if y'all see somebody walking down the street with a shiesty on, y'all go arrest them?
Why? You don't want to break law, right?
So what's gonna hold as far as y'all taking it? Like what's the point? What do y'all gain from that though?
Yeah.
You're here obviously for something. But then why are you even worried about that?
I'm trying to break down the prison. You go to the protest.
No, I don't care about the actual fine print when it says. I was wondering. Okay.
I'm trying to explain it to you at first.
No, it's cool. I appreciate you. I appreciate you explaining it to me. But it is bullshit.
You can't even walk around with a medical mask. That's not.
What?
I mean,
I'm not telling you.
by law.
You got cancer patients and people with other.
With doctor's notes, they can do that.
I'm a nurse. I can walk around with a mask on.
So real quickly, fam, and we'll get back. The cops, they say, yeah, we're going to arrest him for this mask, but they fail to acknowledge that the law includes exceptions allowing citizens to wear a mask in public, including for safety reasons while on the job, which was the case here. They always got that little thing that they do, seem like, where they exclude certain things. You know, they kind of like omit certain things on purpose.
A surgical mask on because of the environment I work in.
Yeah, in the hospital.
No, I can come out in public with a mask on.
Go ahead and look it up.
We need a doctor's note, of course.
Yeah, you need to show that. Y'all need to show that. He just got off of work off of his work truck right here, and he's walking into his home. This young man was walking into his residence, and he was arrested because the police asked him to pull down his mouth mask over his face.
That's why it is, because he's black.
That is only because he's black. She was standing out there
with the mask on and been fine.
and nothing would have been said. Nothing.
Nothing.
You don't have a mask on.
Y'all were standing out there talking amongst each other. You saw him get out his work truck, walking into his home, his residence, and you decided he was a threat to who? Who was he a threat to?
He's scared because he's black.
And the mask is only over his mouth. It's not even his whole face is not covered.
Very fucked up.
That's messed up. You really want to book this young man?
You got something for nothing.
He's in cuffs. He can't do anything.
Hey, they arrested George for being black. Yeah, we ran. He was just trying to walk up because he has a shiesty on me getting arrested.
Don't get off me.
Yes.
He even has his work clothes on.
You're so angry, ain't you?
I'm not. I just always.
And they're searching him.
Ask for my name. No, you did not. You are a liar. You told me identify myself. No, you said give me my ID. That's not the same
They
thing.
asked him to put his mask on. So they put his mask on.
For walking because he has a shiesty on.
Go tell me.
They're saying he's not allowed to wear a shiesty. They also say we're not allowed to wear surgical masks when we're out in public.
She's right here. You gotta give him a call.
And he literally just got off of work out of that truck right here. Do you live out here? Do he live out here? Oh, wow. So he was going home. He was walking up to his house.
I'm gonna get video from the same time. She gonna record this right now.
Yeah, y'all ice. Y'all ice. Y'all ain't Norfolk Police. You ice. All day, ice. And it was her. She was the main one. Right there, her.
Can I get his keys? All right.
Bro, you really doing the most, bro.
Nothing. He literally, listen, they were standing there talking, those three right there. He got out of the work truck and was walking into the house, into the apartment complex. As he was walking by, she says he has a mask on. That's what came out of her mouth. And then she ran up here and said, take your mask off. And he did this. He like pulled it down right here, and then he continued up the step. Then she says, you need to identify yourself. I need your ID. Yeah. He didn't commit a crime. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything but walking while black. Walking while black. Walking while black. Excessive force all day long.
All right, fam. We get it. We see what's going on. The brother was profiled. It ain't no other way to look at it. And we've seen this time and time again. This is how they do. Fortunately for the brother, he was released. All charges were dropped because Virginia is one of those states where you cannot just stop people without probable cause and ask for their ID. I ain't got no problem with that. So what was this all about in the first place? Why were they even there? A woman contacted the police about a domestic violence complaint. They allegedly, this abuse allegedly took place inside of the same apartment complex where Diaz lives, right? But the female caller told the police the male suspect had burned off before they got there. So not having the brother to arrest, they found the next brother to arrest. And so Diaz just happened to be really in the wrong place at the wrong time. In any event, the officer, the lead officer, said that she observed a male walking by wearing a mask, covering his face to include his mouth, nose, and hair. And she said she asked him to pull it down. He briefly pulled it down, but then he pulled it back up, covering his mouth and nose. And she told the male that he could not wear the mask in public and asked for his ID. He refused, and that's when she swooped in for the arrest. The law cited in Van Dusen's affidavit, this is the officer, Marie Van Dusen, actually Ashley Marie Van Dusen. The law enacted in 1953, it was enacted to prevent the Ku Klux Klan from donning masks and terrorizing Black people as they had done for decades. It applies to anybody 16 and over. Remember, they just used the Ku Klux Klan law against Don Lemon when they arrested Don Lemon for conducting an interview at the city's church in, where was that? It was in Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, right? But here's the deal. The officer, had she bothered to look up the law, she would have discovered that several exemptions, including the legality of wearing masks for traditional holiday costumes, masquerade balls, theatrical productions, as well as for medical reasons and under public health emergencies like COVID-19, if the government issues a declaration, is all legal. That exemption also applies to the following: engaged in professions, trades, employment, or other activities and wearing protective masks which are deemed necessary for physical safety of the wearer or other persons. As a home improvement contractor, a mask protects Diaz from dust, solvents, fibers, and other contaminants. The Federal Occupational Safety and Health Administration also recommends that contract workers wear masks for safety reasons, which is why that piece of junk was thrown out of the court. These officers should not have the type of power they have. They should be arrested when they abuse their authority. She knew damn well she wasn't supposed to arrest that dude. But then again, maybe she didn't, because a lot of these officers do not really know the law. I've seen some of these police audit videos where the guys doing the audits, especially Nick from South Florida Accountability, he know more about the law than the law knows. A lot of them don't even know the law. So this is why, this is part of the reason why they make so many false arrests. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Hey, Diaz, go get the money. Go get the money. Get that suit, man. Get that suit. Get your money. Make them pay. And to anybody else out there, if they ever violate you, man, don't let them slide. Don't just be like glad to be that is over. Go get your money. That's free money. Make them pay every single time. And if you can get some days in prison, get that too. No more talk.